Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Monday, the first trading day of February the 3rd. This is your daily recap. We got about 20 minutes to go here. It's been just a very interesting day in the market. You look here at the SPY, and we'll just open this up in the 5-minute chart, then we'll go into more details. You know, after that big move up on Friday, we gapped down, right? We came back in, that big move down. And what did they do this morning? We closed near the lows on Friday. They gapped us up and they pushed. And they pushed us early right off the open. There was just no hesitation, up, up, up. And then we came in, and you can see here between VWAP and my ATR, we've been stuck here under 325 all afternoon. And markets have just been going sideways with about 40 minutes to go. So we'll see how this takes out. Volume today, when you go to the daily chart, and you get some different perspectives on things, volume here today remains pretty low, right? Not horrific, but not like we had. We're currently at 49 million. We're going to close at 65 million, probably, no, 60-ish. So decent volume. And when you look here today, I talked to you guys last night and this morning that you have to get over and through the 8 and the 21 day, which are now right together. And you can see here, if you look closely, we pushed right into them and failed this morning. And since then, we haven't even retested it. So what does that mean? It means here that the market is saying it doesn't know. It's an inside day, failed to break out as of 3:22 in the afternoon, and still above the 50-day, which it held on Friday. There's no clear sign here. How much risk you guys want to have on here in either direction is up to you. You get a market that likes to go in the opposite gap in the opposite direction right now, that it closes on, makes for a very tough and dangerous market. We saw a lot of protection coming in. We saw a lot of VXX call buying today. Market held in. So as long as it holds in, we keep trading to the long side. If it fails, we go for it. You've got a lot going on. We have a coronavirus now on a cruise ship. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of people that are going to be quarantined off of that, which is not a great thing. We have the closing in on 20,000 cases. The one thing I want to point out is that the mortality rate is around 2%. It's low. And, to put this in perspective, you have under 400 people have died from the coronavirus. 10,000 people in this country have died this year from the flu. China has a much bigger population. Perspective. I'm not trying to, say this is not a big deal. This is a big deal in China, but, it's so contained at this point. As long as it stays contained, it's good. So the markets are hanging in. This morning, went over with you guys things I thought could outperform, names I thought could do well, and let's just go to them here. And, Roku. Roku, we talked about the bad news was out, didn't give the dip and shot up out of the open. I didn't trade Roku. Closing right now in the area it's got to break above. Tough trade. We talked about Square. Square today, powerful move. I didn't waste time on that powerful candle. Got in, made some money, got in out of it a couple other times, didn't make it much more. Really wish I hadn't gotten filled up for my stop. Otherwise, I would have stayed with us a lot longer. Beautiful move. I sold half of what I bought in the 68 area up around 79 today. Highs, gap fill to 81. You didn't like that one? We talked about Zoom this morning after the last couple of days. Look at this thing. Look at the powerful candles out of the open. I did a webinar. It's free. If you can't find it on my Twitter feed, let me know. Look at the volume on the 5-minute, right? I went over this, talked about 5-minute volume. Look at the opening 5-minute volume candle compared to Friday's. They wanted this thing, right? They came after it. They've been rolling calls up all day. Now, do I want to be in this anymore? I traded this a couple of times today. Once for a small loss, the other 2 times were good. No, because it just moved a month worth of its ATR, basically. Look at this thing. This thing was trading around $2, moving 2 a day, and it just popped, what, $12? You don't want to be, maybe it goes more, maybe it doesn't. But you want to be careful. Yeah, it's a free 14 days on the seas for those people from Carnival Cruise. Okay, that gave a nice move. You didn't want to trade that? Microsoft, look at them. They came back strong for this out of the open today. Netflix, we talked about how strong that held in. They bought a ton of the February 400 calls today. At last, we'll check these tomorrow, right? But at last count, those 400 calls, 13,197 of them today have traded. Traded this today. I didn't stay long enough, but I got in and made about $200 on 5 contracts and got out. And that was me saying I'm not going to stick around for this market. I was unsure what it wanted to do. Nice close on Netflix. Gets above 359, gap filled at 361 and change. Keeps pushing. Excuse me. What else today was good? We talked about those names. Square, Tesla. Jesus, what a monstrous move. This thing was up 130 bucks at one point. You know, nonstop option flow in this thing all day long. Volume is through the roof. You know, do you chase this? No. And, you know, it gave a clue on, you know, I traded Luckin Coffee pre-market. I made 100 bucks. I hesitated on grabbing Tesla because I didn't want the risk of having 100 shares of it. But right here at 7 o'clock, we want to watch for something pre-market. You see how this thing is flatlining? What did they do at 7 o'clock? You guys in the room live, what makes 7 o'clock such an important number in the markets in the morning? 7 a.m. Eastern. Anybody know? Retail, right? That's when all of us can start trading. You got it, Ken. Retail comes in. Look at this. Boom, 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 up right into here. I looked at it at 658 a share for 100 of them and said, no. Came in a little bit on the here. No, somewhere, I'm sorry, right down in here, right? Could have made a nice $7 quickly on that. Came down and then exploded up. Came in. We talked about it. It did not hold the ATR, held VWAP, entrance number one. Grinded up, hit the ATR. That would have been a nice exit. If you were in at 700 and you got out at 737, you made a lot of money. Well done. A couple of you did. Then it decided to go insane and it exploded all the way up to 786, including a $40 almost move in less than 10 minutes. Now we see. So my point is this. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. There's just a lot to do, and this market is still giving longs. And, you know, when a market's still giving me longs, I don't tend to look at shorts. Better or worse, that's my mentality. I'm better at longs than I am in shorts. Make sense? So as we go into tomorrow, we have a lot of risk on. You got the Iowa caucus tonight. If Bernie or Warren lives and Bernie's the leader, markets might get a little angry. You have China, maybe more information come out of there overnight. And the market can't retake key areas of those trying to push here now with about 22 minutes to go, 32 minutes to go. First time trying to push. Choose your risk level. Make money, be surgical until we get an all clear. Have a shopping list. Have names you like here. You know, for me already going into tomorrow, Netflix is on my radar. Google has earnings tonight. You know, we'll keep an eye on AMD and Shop and Square. Baba had a nice bounce today. So hope you guys all had a great night. Enjoy your evening, and we'll get at this again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.